One writer has called the Bible America's favorite unopened book. Did you know that 83% of Americans say that the Bible is important for their lives? And yet, for those of us in the church, only 16% read the Bible every day, another 32% read the Bible at least once a week, and only 37% say that Bible reading and study have made a significant difference in the way they live their lives. Most of us struggle with reading the Bible well. We struggle with understanding how the different parts of the Bible fit together to make one big story.
We read the texts like 21st century, affluent, Western Americans. And so there's going to be a tendency to read into the text our values.
How do you read the Gospels differently than you read the book of Revelation?
I mean, you've got different audiences that the authors are addressing. You've got different perspectives of the authors who are making their contribution. You know, you've got Matthew, a tax collector. You've got John, a fisherman. You've got Mark. We're not quite sure what he did.
I think one of the challenges of the way we've often approached the Bible is we chop it up into different segments, and we're here for a little while, we're here for a little while, maybe we're just jumping all over the place all the time, and we lose sight of the fact that this is a story.
We're all interested in stories, just like we all love a joke. We love the tension of a story.
Without question, walking through the chronological story of Scripture gives people a context through which to understand all of these different passages, so that they see, as I preach on David and Goliath, and as we read through that, they see that not just as a story about a boy slaying a giant, but a story that was pivotal for the history of Israel in the Old Testament, as God raised up a king to save his people. But then, on an even bigger level, this is a picture of Christ, that God has raised up an unlikely king to redeem his people and to save his people from their sins.
You know, it's easy to show up from Sunday to Sunday and just spend an hour and listen. The difference is it's almost like preparation, both mentally and spiritually, that you know there'll be a specific topic presented on Sunday, and you carry that through the week. So it's an end and then a launching point for the next week, rather than just to show up and check it off the list opportunity.
I cannot say enough about how valuable it is to walk as a church through the story of Scripture like we are doing.
To really progress through the Scriptures, you're really able to see what the storylines are. You're able to see the stories of the patriots. You're able to see Israel coming out of Egypt and what happened with that.
When I can place a background of, well, that happened because God had ordained this 600 years ago.
Me as a pastor, to have the opportunity to guide them, help them see things they've not seen before, help them connect what they're reading to the overall story, it is invaluable. The reality is God has promised to use His Word to conform people into the image of Christ. And when people are systematically reading through the Word, then the result is going to be life transformation.
I want to invite you to experience the Bible in a fresh way so that you understand it better and know how to live it. So come join me as we discover how to read the Bible for life.